I flew into
I've been to New York.
I flew into Newark.
Newark.
And then I got on a bus. And then I found a random person I met at a job interview, which was for a Ponzi scheme, a pyramid scheme. I met him during the interview. I walked out of the interview. He found me after on the train, thought it was cool that I walked out of the interview. Then I asked him to stay at his house. He didn't tell me how far away it was. It was 2 hours away, north in Connecticut.
Nah.
So I met this guy. He picked me up in his car. And 30 minutes into the ride, I was like, bro, where are we going? He's like, oh, I live in Connecticut. I went up to his house in Connecticut.
Yeah.
He was Dominican, saying the N-word a bunch. I don't know what was up with that. He had a little sister who was smart. And I stayed at his house in the attic. We almost made some rap music, but we didn't. And then what happened was we had made a freestyle over the same beat. This J. Cole beat, which random stuff that happens. And yeah, that's what happened with that Dominican guy. And then I've never heard from him again, which is kind of sad. I helped him get a job, but maybe I forced it a little bit, and then he kind of got the job and wasn't prepared for it. So that's what happened. And then I was in Connecticut.
Dang. So he was this Ponzi scheme. So was he interviewing for the job as well?
So there was 3 of us in the interview at the same time.
Yeah.
But I knew it wasn't. I had experience with pyramid schemes before.
And you walked out.
But not in the ones before. I signed up and they have like $200 of my dollars. But what happened was in this one, I was killing the interview, dude. I was there interviewing at a bunch of places. I was on my interview game, and kind of this isn't right. But I can pick out if I look, and I see there's some flaws in the business. Then I'm like, okay. I can recognize these flaws, and I'm okay to let loose here. So there's a fucking loud TV in the entrance room where the desk was, where everyone was sitting to go into the interview, playing Friends on there. So I sat next to the TV so I couldn't see it because I fucking hate the TVs, dude. TVs are fucking suck your eyes. It's like the most interesting thing there, just because it's flashing so much and there's people talking on there and shit. So I was killing it. I was wearing my suit in the interview, and I was sitting up like this. I was just ready. I was just in my mind. I was like, sometimes I'll just like, this is the best way I can describe it, is I go like this in my head, boom, boom, boom. And I just picture all the things that I'm doing in my head to the guy that's interviewing me. Bow. I'm like this. He says something. I'm like, and I go like this. It's like kind of like sparring, but in advance preparation.
So you were kind of poking fun at the fact that you knew it was a pyramid scheme. You knew what they were doing.
No, I wasn't messing with them. And once I realized it, within 15 seconds I left.
Oh, you did? Wait, what did you say? Did you just say no?
I was like, look, you guys, this is not going to work out for me. I got to go. I wasn't like, this is fucked up. But basically, I was in there in the interview, and this other guy's name is Jacob, the Dominican guy. And there was another guy in there. It's pretty crazy. I can't believe that. It was so crazy, and I haven't really told anybody about this. I was in there, boom, fucking posture in my suit, and Jacob's also over there, and we hadn't talked though. And he looks over me, he's like, "Bro, I've never seen anybody sit in a chair like that." It's like, okay, yeah, thanks, bro. I got to be prepared.
Oh, so you were posturing real good in this interview.
The interview hadn't started yet. This is the waiting room, where the receptionist is. But
Okay.
it's just poorly painted walls, and there's no decor on it. With one of the employees that worked there, I had some good banter with. Like, I was feeling good, dude. I was in my fucking zone. Get in the interview. This guy fucking Mick or whatever his name was, he was like your classic, scumbag from New York or whatever. It was just like 40 minutes north of New York, so I had to get on a fucking train to get there, like I said. So what happened was, in the interview, they're asking me about my previous work experience. They're telling me like, bro, you're just gonna, for the first 6 months, you're gonna be going door to door and trying to sell this Verizon Fios to people, and basically anybody that put that in their cart and then took it out of their cart, you're gonna go talk to them to try to get them to buy it. So that's what they did, and then he flipped over this laminated piece of paper that had like the different tiers that you could work at, and it was shaped into a pyramid. You work long enough at this one, you go to this one, you manage these people, and then the third tier, he wasn't the top, you could be in my position. He had a nice office, and he was overlooking like a lake and stuff. It was like a nice office, just in a shitty place. He was asking like, what do you guys like to do? And then this guy Jacob, he was like, oh, I like to eat. And he was like a little bit chubbier, and the guy just laughed, and because I was responding with qualities that they would like and things that I would do and work on and past experiences and stuff. So I just thought that was funny, and then I was like, yo, Mick, sorry, bro, I gotta go. And I got up and I left, and I was sitting on a bench waiting for the train, and then there comes Jacob trotting down to get on the same train as me. He's like, bro, you gotta teach me how to do that. He was like, I would never walk out of an interview, and
don't want to waste your time. I mean, if you know it's a pyramid scheme, it's a pyramid scheme. It's interesting. I actually ran into a pyramid scheme before as well. So my friend was getting involved in it. Okay, some of them are a little bit better than others, but this one,
multi-level marketing.
It's a well-known. I can't remember the name of it, but it's a big one, and people know about it.
Or anyway,
it's like they're even somehow approved by the Better Business Bureau, and they brag about it all the time.
Do they sell a product or a service?
They sell products.
Okay.
And basically, it's online stores is their whole thing, and they sell these products.
Yeah.
And they have, of course, in the pyramid structure, there's people who work above you, and then you make commissions off of them, and then they make commissions off of you.
Yeah, you get points for signing people up, and you get a percentage of what they sell, yeah.
Yeah, exactly, and it just builds this pyramid. But I wanted to investigate them because I thought it would be funny. And I was like, I've heard of these before, and my friend already put in a good word for me, and I was like, I'm going to investigate it because I thought it would be interesting. So I went hard, though.
Journalism.
I thought it would be really cool. I thought maybe I'd contact the news agencies, right? So I'd contact anybody who's willing to pick up this story, and I'd do some sort of badass investigation.
Yeah.
This was when the pandemic was picking up, when it first picked up, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, this was actually before the pandemic.
Okay,
that's right. It was a snowstorm, and that's why they had to do it online. That's right. So they had to do a Zoom meeting, basically. So I would record the Zoom meetings. I have these recordings of these Zoom meetings. I can't remember when it was. I was at Bellevue College at the time. So that would have been... I hadn't graduated. So yeah, sometime just, I think in the middle. It might have been maybe my second or third year there.
Okay.
No, because 3 years I graduated. So I think second year.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm there. And I record these Zoom meetings.
Sure.
The second time, I want to record it again. I don't know how I'm going to get into the meeting, so I say, oh, can I just join you guys online again? So I do the second one. I make up an excuse that I can't make it. He shoots me the link. I'm able to record the second meeting, right?
Okay.
Then I have to go meet in person with this guy, right? Mm-hmm. This dude who's trying to bring me in. So I mic myself secretly. I have a secret mic. Yeah, I plugged it into my phone, and I hooked it to my nice shirt, because every time he said business casual, so could slip it under a nice shirt. And I have these recordings sitting on my computer of me asking questions, just trying to probe. And I was so vain at the time too. I contacted CNN thinking it would be cool. I was like, I have all these recordings.
Oh my God.
They're totally in the system because they're in with the Better Business Bureau. Like, I don't know how they have such a good rating. It's an obvious pyramid scheme, and so many people have outed them online. Mm-hmm. So many people badmouth them. There's so many bad reviews. They even tell you in the meeting, don't look up the reviews because there's going to be a lot of people who are haters and they really don't like what we do. And
yeah, it works for a lot of people, and it's a cult mentality, and that's what I felt like going into the one meeting that they stole some of my money. And they sell a reputable service. I'm not going to say what it is, but they sell a reputable service, but the culture surrounding it is fucking weird.
And they screw over people too. And a lot of the time they just screw over the small people, and they have them like I didn't investigate any further when I think I sent an email out to CNN. I think one was to the Washington Post. I just was trying to fish.
You think we can
and
get
see.
any of that?
Yes, because I have it on my computer and I can actually show it
It's
here.
just audio and the video on the Zoom?
Yeah. What happened is after I didn't get any responses through, like, I tried smaller news organizations too. I tried ones that were more just like, small town and stuff. I tried a few different sources, couldn't get anything.
Okay.
And I was like, so I just stopped because they started asking me for like actual money. Because they want you to buy into the program. They say it's going to be $100 a month to be in this program, and you don't have to do that if you don't want to, but you still have to pay the $50 for this and that, and to go to this certain convention.
So
and
why don't we just put it in here so that we don't have to?
I think we should.
Proxy. Okay.
Because I was going to make a YouTube video on it at some point, but I didn't know how.
Could it be more simple? Now, here's what's fascinating to me. People to me now are like experiments in my head. And the reason why I say that, because in my own mind, that makes sense. Yeah. In my own mind, I think to myself, that's logical. But then it boggles my mind when I get text messages 1 or 2 days later after this plan, and they always start out the same way. I've been doing some thinking. Oh, wait a second. Wait. Time out. Do you remember the Albert Einstein quote? You can never solve problems at the same level of thinking in which you created them. So the moment you say, I've been doing some thinking, I go, oh, so the blind person driving the car is deciding to put the gas pedal all the way down. Great. That's scary to me.
Okay, and this is playing right now. And thanks for
plan.
watching that. That's, dude. It's
I'll
pretty eye-opening.
it in.
That's kind of the experience that I had.
Yeah, I want to do something with it because it's been sitting on my computer and I can't do anything with it. It's just sitting there. And for the longest time, I was like, damn, I put in so much time to record all this stuff, and it's just sitting there with nothing. And I've tried to. I wrote down some kind of plan, how I could make a YouTube video out of it, but I don't know how to make it entertaining. It's all this footage of just me investigating what's going on, and maybe here we can just look at some of it. We'll have to do it in small bits because it's long.
We just put in a clip though just before.
Yeah. Maybe I can dissect it and find the good parts, and we can do an analysis as to why what they're doing is pretty shady. Because they said some stuff that I must say are
yeah, well, we'll do that. I think I was gonna finish my story. Basically, he couldn't walk out of the meeting because his dad was a professor, and his dad told him that he cheated on his mom, and he doesn't respect his dad anymore. They lived in a bigger house, but they rented half of it to somebody else. So there was a poor area, and I went to there wasn't a grocery store for a 15-minute drive.
Whoa.
And that's what they call a food desert. Ever heard of a food desert?
No. I've heard of instances though where people who live far out of town, they'll have to drive maybe 30 minutes.
This was right off the freeway, dude. It's not like when you drive out into the country or in more wooded areas. There was just fucking houses everywhere, and you can't go to a grocery store.
Damn.
It's fucking food deserts, and then they end up eating McDonald's every day. So that's a problem. We got to have not food deserts, but it's hard to build the infrastructure when there's houses everywhere.
Yeah, that's very true. And not to mention, you have to convince a grocery store to move into a certain area where maybe they won't make enough money from it. So it's pretty complicated. It sucks that, that's happening.
Yeah, food deserts.
And
I can't even explain the first problems that I had with the marketing guys. But, dude, some crazy shit happened.
Yeah.
Can't explain it.
Can't explain it?
Can't explain it because it just really doesn't even make sense, It's like I was in a whole different world. I was in a different world. it was completely different. It was like imagine this. You're a Scooby-Doo character.
Scooby-Doo?
You know Scooby-Doo?
I know Scooby-Doo. Yeah, wait,
so
but my Scooby-Doo character?
The animated TV show.
Yeah,
from a while ago.
Yeah, I know Scooby-Doo.
Okay, imagine you're one of the characters, not one of the main characters. You're in that universe, right?
Yeah.
And then you come here on this podcast, and you try to explain what it's like being one of those characters.
In that reality.
Yeah, having somebody animate everything you do, and your voice comes out of you, is like that.
Damn. That sounds crazy. I mean, I know what you mean in a sense, because some of these like worlds that exist within these pyramid schemes, right? And any other scheme as well, is a culture that's very strange, especially when they get to a certain size where you have people who have offices.
Yeah.
They're booking meeting rooms, right? They're starting conventions. They're doing all sorts of weird stuff.
I went to one of the conventions. This is what I'm talking about. There was hundreds of people there.
Yeah.
And the guy that, there was this crazy thing. The guy that I first met with, he had this fucking eczema, and he was kind of fat and hunched over and stuff when I first met him. And I saw over the course of 3 days him at the convention. He was the head guy at the fucking convention. Everybody wanted to be his friend because if you're on his team, he helps you win. But he started out as this guy who's like, who the fuck are you? You know what I'm saying? And he just fucking, then he led the fucking conference. He was up there doing crazy shit. It was insane. It was literally insane. I don't know if he was playing tricks on me or I didn't know what was going on, but dude, crazy.
They do the same exact kind of ploy at the place that I'm thinking of as well. They do the whole thing where they say, look at this pathetic person, and then all of a sudden it just becomes the person who just changed their life overnight. They make it seem like he put in so much work, it only took him 2 months to make it to where he is. It's
they sell you on the personal development stuff for sure, and be able to help you with your own business.
And they try and say any problems that you're having will immediately be fixed by doing all these things that we're telling you to do, and you're gonna make it. And the more work that you put in a short amount of time, the more you hustle, the higher you're gonna climb the chain.
They actually had this room in the back, which had this cage on the ground, separate cages. And they would have dogs for the higher up guys to lick their penises.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, that's so weird that I can't,
dude.
Seen that. That's insane.
You never seen dogs licking guys' penises?
No.
I mean, you have your own stall, so no one sees it.
That's still so weird. That's so strange. There was nothing like that at the place that I was investigating.
I'm making that up for
sure. You are? Okay, yeah. I was going to say, damn. I mean, but it would be believable because some of the stuff is so ritual engraved, right?
Yeah.
I totally would buy it if
you would buy the product if they were doing that?
No. If I would buy the story that they're doing that because it's so believable. It just that's how some of them work. They are that strange, you know? They are that weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I totally made that up.